Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Atkinson Pool in Sudbury, Massachusetts, as WACA-TV proudly presents Ashland Boys and Girls Varsity Swimming, a special event here this afternoon. I'm Josh Abrams, joined today by Chase Abrams.
Yeah, not the same competitive format as we usually see, just another effect that COVID is having on Ashland High School sports. They will be racing against each other as opposed to opposing towns.
Actually, a correction there, Chase. They are racing against Holliston, but here at the pool today, it is only Ashland swimmers. Holliston will be swimming tomorrow, and the times will be compared following that event. So today, right now, event number 1 is the 200-meter medley relay. And it looks like we have everybody in the pool as we speak. So in lane 2, in no particular order, we have Abby Pexey, Sophia Kriegsman, Ellie McSweeney, and Olivia Boulanger. In lane 4, Lindsay Fuelhart and Elise Reap are among the swimmers. We had some late changes there, so we're missing a couple swimmers there, and we apologize. In lane 6, Nathan Gelfand, Algis Petlin, Josh Zayak, and Josh Landry. And in lane 8, Sam Beer, Mihalis Kutavas, Peter Lukshev, and Matt Ducharme. And I do apologize for any mispronunciations. We're running a little bit late here this afternoon, not a lot of prep time, so we'll try and get those names all straight for you here. Wow, Chase, I had no idea we were going to be this close to lane 8. We are getting the splashes as swimmers enter the pool on those dives.
Yeah, we're in the splash zone.
Well said.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they're giving us. We don't get those little the plastic jackets that they give to people who are normally in the splash zone.
I feel like being in the first row or two of a Gallagher concert.
I'll take your word for it.
So we'll try and get you folks some times later on. There are obviously no scoreboards here at the pool, and we'll get times hopefully from the coach or from officials later on today. So it looks like our number 1 event has completed. We're going to be moving on now to event number 2, the 200-meter freestyle. And from the top of your screen to the bottom, going across in lane 2, Emma Chapman. Lane 3, Lindsay Fuelhart. Lane 4, Hannah Alves. Lane 5, Alex Gu. Lane 6, Matt Shuey. And lane 7, Grove Koog. Chase, what would you say is your strongest stroke?
Oh man. Right on the spot. I don't think I've swam in like 2 summers. I can doggy paddle pretty well. That's pretty much it.
Glad to see all those years of paying for swim lessons has paid off.
Yeah. Nah. I haven't swam in a while. I'm sure I could do a pretty decent freestyle.
Yeah, are you stronger on the front crawl or the back crawl?
Probably the back crawl, just because you can float. I had a pretty mean breaststroke back in my middle school days.
Well, I always struggled with the whip kick.
Whip kick? Yeah,
that's right.
Like the dolphin kick?
I guess, is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Well, thought we were going to go here.
That's when you get up on the blocks, okay?
Swimmers are getting their instructions on how to interpret the different whistles. Okay, they're getting up on their blocks now for the 200-yard freestyle. thought it was meters, but I guess it's yards.
I think meters is track. Might not be a difference, though.
Okay, I like the form on the dives, though. A nice clean entry into the water.
I could never do that cleanly.
Belly flop?
Exactly. Or I just chicken out and not do it at all. It's always impressive when they can cleanly execute that dive from the blocks.
I'll tell you the tough one, and these swimmers all accomplish it very nicely with the turn at the wall. And it looks like in lane 5, Alex Gu is ahead of the pack right now in terms of all the Ashland swimmers here. And he's got a good lead going here. Matt Shuey not far behind.
Back for that final lap already.
I don't know about you, whenever I tried to execute that turn, I would always get water up my nose.
I got water up my nose no matter what I did. That was my two problems with swimming. Water up my nose and my ears would pop. Like no matter what depth.
I'd be curious to ask some of these swimmers if it's easier to do this with multiple turns, shorter turns here in a shorter pool like this, or if they would prefer going with an Olympic-sized pool. It's a longer distance swimming, but there are fewer turns, fewer revolutions going back and forth across the pool.
Do you know what you'd prefer?
I don't know. I guess it would depend. If I could execute the turns smoothly, I'd rather probably be doing more turns. Feel like I'm making more progress, right? Back and forth, shorter turns.
Fair enough.
Okay, so far it looks like. Take a look. The numbers are reversed on me here. I can't figure anything out. So Alex Gu and Matt Shuey have completed. It looks like Hannah Alves just finished up as well. And just waiting for the rest of the team to complete their laps as Dhruv Chug completes. It looks like wrapping up will be Emma Chapman and Lindsay Fuelhard in lanes 2 and 3 respectively. Okay, so that completes event number 2, Chase. That was the 200-yard freestyle. Swimmers are going to exit the pool at the far end, at the shallow end, to make room for event number 3. This will be the 200-yard individual medley, I believe.
Yep.
Would you like to do the honors and identify the swimmers in each lane?
I actually go to school with a lot of these, so yeah, I'll do it. Individual medley. In lane 2, Wiley Chapman. In lane 3, Ellie McSweeney. Lane 4, Abby Pexey. Lane 5, Nathan Gelfand. Lane 6, Algus Petlin. And lane 7, Mihalos Kudavos. Sorry.
Okay. So again, I'm happy to have you aboard here, WACA-TV. Special swimming broadcast here this afternoon. Boys and girls, Ashland Clockers. This week they're taking on Holliston. But again, due to COVID restrictions, the two teams will not be swimming in the same pool at the same time. Holliston will be completing this meet tomorrow in, I believe, Milford.
Doesn't give you the same rush of adrenaline when you're just going up against your team.
Sure. Okay, so swimmers are on their marks and they're off. Again, some really nice dives off the blocks there.
That's so satisfying to watch.
Okay, looks like, I believe this is the butterfly stroke they're starting with. To me, probably the most difficult stroke.
Definitely. I could never do a good butterfly.
Really requires a lot of endurance.
Yeah.
And again, having great form is really the key to this stroke. As much work as it takes, I mean, having that good form and having that control, that body strength to be able to execute. They're now into their second part of the medley. This looks like a back crawl.
Yep.
Sorry, yeah, individual medley, so back crawl here.
Less of an endurance stroke for sure.
I got to think having the backstroke here where, your face is out of the water the entire time, this is an easier place to kind of catch your breath a little bit
Exactly.
as you try and maintain a good pace.
And you don't have to try keeping yourself afloat as much, so. Yeah, you had mentioned endurance. Gelfand, I know, was a cross-country runner in the fall, so that's something that's definitely a strength of his.
Okay, and this looks like breaststroke at this point, Chase?
Yep. Not a speed stroke.
This is not one of my favorites either. Again, I really struggled with the kick on this stroke. It looks like Gelfand is out in the lead. He's probably setting the best pace so far. Although it looks like that's Abby Pexey.
Yeah, right along with him.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, actually she has a little bit of an advantage there. A little bit of a lead.
Okay, we head into the next part of the individual medley, and this is going to be crawl.
Yep, freestyle.
If you're hearing what sounds like thunder in the background, appears to be some sort of a diving class going on here right immediately to the right of the pool of our competition. So you're hearing the girls hitting the board pretty hard. That's what that thunder sound is.
All right, it looks like Pexey was the first to finish.
Okay, and the
Gelfand.
freestyle, go ahead.
Yeah, Gelfand right behind her.
Okay, so the freestyle is going to end the individual medley here, event number 3. Okay, so the event 3 swimmers have now been released to exit the pool at the shallow end, and coming up next will be event number 4, the 50-yard freestyle.
Yep, with Abby Silverswag in lane 2. Lane 3 has Allison Schwartz. Lane 4, Elise Reap. Lane 5, Josh Landry. Lane 6, Peter Lukashev. And lane 7, Josh Zayak.
So again, happy to have you along here on a special WACA-TV presentation of Ashland Boys and Girls Varsity Swimming. Seems almost a waste to have this one in an indoor pool given today's weather, Chase.
Oh, it was beautiful out today.
New England teas, we get it every year. A nice 60, 70 degree day.
And then 40 degrees for the next week. Yep, and that's exactly what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be a real slap in the face. The 50-yard freestyle is just one time down, of course.
Okay, and there's actually going to be 2 heats here. So this is heat number 1 of the 50-yard freestyle. Swimmers are on their marks, and they're off. So important once they're under the water, Chase, keep that body as straight as possible, improve the aerodynamics, get as much as they can off that momentum of coming off the blocks before they surface and go into the stroke. Again, it looks like our strongest swimmers were in lanes 5 and 6, as Nathan Gelfand and Algis Petlin finished correct that. Josh Landry and Peter Lukashev, sorry, I'm going to be struggling with that name all afternoon. They were the ones finishing 1-2 in that heat.
Yeah, I didn't see a real winner between them. I believe that I'd give them a tie for first.
Okay, so they're going to clear the pool, and as we're waiting for them to clear, want to pass along greetings from Athletic Director Stephen Marks, who is watching from his office and cheering on. Stephen, sorry we can't get you here this afternoon, but glad to have you aboard. So he's giving himself up, a little selfless act there. He didn't want to take a spot on the pool deck from a kid or a coach. So, Stephen, sorry we can't have you here, but glad to have you aboard here on WACA-TV. So boys and girls swimming, part of the Fall 2 set of sports here for the MIAA and the season of COVID, if you will.
Yes.
2020, 2021.
I believe
2019, 2020.
Yep. I believe the fall season will not be ending until April 25th, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I know the spring season starts April 26th. So
Yes. So then
I don't know if they're going to bookmark them that close together, but
Yep.
if you say so. So here in Heat 2, we're just going to have 3 swimmers this time around.
Yep. Nat Noel, Suraj Padmanabhan, and Aditya Kansal.
So those gentlemen are in lanes 5 through 7. They're on their marks, and off they go.
They're all, keeping exact pace with each other, it looks like.
It's going to be a photo finish, I think.
Yeah.
Yep, too close to call here from the broadcast. We'll see what kind of times get recorded for them, and of course, not to play favorites, but Aditya, of course, part of our neighborhood. It's always good to see a local boy,
Yep.
local to the neighborhood that is, do well.
Yeah, I was gonna say everyone here is local. It's Ashland.
It's Ashland. Okay, so our Heat 2 swimmers are going to, for the 50-yard freestyle, they're going to clear the pool down at the shallow end. Coming up next, event number 5 of today's meet, the 100-yard fly.
It's gonna get tough to remember to call it the 100-yard. Lane 2, Sophia Kriegsman, Abby Pexi in lane 3, Nathan Gelfand in lane 5, Josh Zayak in lane 6, and Mahalos Kutovos in lane 7.
So while we have a break in the action, just hoping all of you in our viewing audience had a good week. Welcome to Friday. Enjoy the weekend. Very excited to see on the YouTube feed at least 28 viewers so far this afternoon. Good to have you with us. Be sure to share the link, build our audience, whether it's live or on demand. If you want to give us a shout out here on Facebook or on YouTube in the comments section, happy to say hi to you here on the air. So again, glad to have you with us. Hope you're having a great Friday afternoon and looking forward to a great weekend. Hopefully, obviously it's not going to be 60 or 70, but hopefully we'll get above freezing temperatures, can at least enjoy a little more time outside.
Oh, I love New England.
So the 100-yard fly underway here, event number 5 this afternoon. Those of you just joining us, if you're a little thrown off that you're only seeing Ashland swimmers in the pool, keep in mind, of course, due to COVID restrictions, the teams do not compete on the same day, or at least in the same pool at the same time. Holliston is our opponent this week, and they'll be competing over at the Milford pool in Milford tomorrow as part of this pseudo head-to-head action.
Yes.
See, I thought I had Thought I had missed something. This looks like some more stretching and warm up here. I guess this does not look like the 100-yard fly to me.
I guess not. I mean, I saw the swimmers that were getting ready for the 100-yard fly. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, when we find out what's going on, we'll definitely update you.
Okay, folks watching on Facebook, I can see your comments coming in. Appreciate it. Seeing some familiar faces there, and good to have you with us. And I'm sure that the team appreciates having you guys watching here this afternoon. If you're just tuning in, you've missed so far the 200 medley relay, the 200-yard freestyle, the 200-yard individual medley, and 2 heats of the 50-yard freestyle.
Yeah, that was both heats of the 50-yard freestyle.
Any sponsors? Any sponsors? Not that I know. Do you want to go to break or anything? Okay, folks, we're going to take a quick time out as the swimmers continue stretching here. We'll be picking it up momentarily with the 100-yard fly. That'll be event number 5 of the meet. So you're watching Ashland High School Sports on WACA-TV. And welcome back to WACA-TV, continuing coverage of Ashland Boys and Girls Varsity Swimming. I'm Josh Abrams, joined by Chase Abrams. We're glad to have you with us. We're almost halfway through today's meet. The first 4 events have gone by the wayside, and we're about to kick off again here with event number 5 of the afternoon, the 100-yard fly.
Yeah. So I did feel like we were supposed to acknowledge the whistles a little earlier. So 4 straight whistles is basically the the set mark, and when they say when the long whistle blows, they all get up on the board.
Okay,
But,
so
yeah.
again, let's get you caught up here on who's going to be swimming this event.
Yep, Sophia Kriegsman, Abby Pexi, Nathan Gelfand, Josh Zayak, and Mihalis Kudovos.
So Sophia's lane 2, Abby lane 3, Nathan lane 5, Josh lane 6, and Mihalis in lane 7. Swimmers are on their blocks, and they're off. What a relief that there's no swimmer in lane 8 for the most part now. Certainly become less of a splash zone.
Yes, there will be 2. There's going to be a relay in lane 8, and then Aditya Consol in the 100-meter breaststroke is our second to last event. But that is it for lane 8.
Okay, swimmers have made their turn. They're heading into lap 2, I guess. If you go up and back is 1 lap. Once again, I don't know if they're greasing those middle lanes or not, but it's Abby Pexi and Nathan Gelfand that really seem to be like 1-2 here so far. Nathan, I believe, lane 5. Nathan's in the lead. He just finished up.
It's always impressive to see a freshman winning these meets. I believe him along with Abby Pexi were the first ones to finish.
I'm not seeing a swimmer in lane 4. I might be a little bit off, so.
Yes, there is that space in between.
Okay, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong. Okay, so I did have the right swimmer, just the wrong lane. Abby was in lane 3, so.
No worries.
Okay, so we're coming up now on event 6 as the event 5 swimmers to make their exit down at the shallow end. Event 6 will be the 100-yard freestyle.
Yep. This will feature Allison Schwartz, Elise Reep, Brooke Belanger, Alex Gu, Drew Chu, and Nat Noel.
Okay, so you've got Allison in lane 2, Elise in lane 3, Brooke in lane 4, Alex in lane 5, Drew in lane 6, and Nat in lane 7. Okay, there are the 4 whistles. Okay, swimmers are up on their blocks. Look a lot bigger up there than they do on the ground.
Yeah.
There they go. And at least coming off the blocks, I mean, Alex really seemed to have the greatest distance. Really a good push off the blocks to get himself going.
And he's taken a very big early lead.
Looks very smooth on the water, both the stroke and the turns.
Yep. And as we expected, finishes
well ahead of the
Yeah,
pack.
yeah.
So hopefully that'll be good enough to earn him a number 1 finish when the Holliston scores come in
Yes.
tomorrow.
I wouldn't be surprised. That was impressive.
Okay, so that completes event number 6, the 100-yard freestyle. And just looking ahead here to event number 7, Chase, 500-yard freestyle.
Oof. Much more of an endurance.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can't even imagine training for that. That, just what you said, just the endurance and stamina to be able to, I mean, even freestyle, to do that for 500 yards is quite a task.
It's a little less than a third of a mile, I believe. Around that.
That's a lot of math
I
you're
could be
doing in
wrong.
your head.
Yeah, it's Friday. I'm out of it.
Well, 500 yards times 3 is 1,500 feet. 5,280 feet in a mile.
So yeah, it's
A little under a third.
It's a lot under a third. It's a little over a quarter of a mile. Let's
Throwing a lot of fractions
we'll just
out
go
here,
with that.
Chase.
We'll go with that.
That's a lot of fractions, man. A lot of math for a Friday afternoon. Okay, here we go.
Yep, the 500-yard freestyle. Well, Emma Chapman, Olivia Belanger, Hannah Alves, Matt Shuey, Sam Beer, and Matthew Ducharme.
Okay, so again, no swimmers in lanes 1 or 8. So you've got Emma in lane 2, Olivia in lane 3, Hannah in lane 4, Matt in lane 5, Sam in lane 6, and Matt Ducharme in lane 7. Okay, so I don't know if you can pick this up on camera or not, Connor. Connor Donovan, our cameraman and producer here this afternoon. This is the first time I'm seeing it today. The members of the swim team are holding out numbers at the far end of the pool at the shallow end. I'm assuming that's to guide the swimmers on what lap they're on.
Yes. It's pretty cool. I don't think I've seen that before.
Okay, and again, it's the swimmers in the middle lanes that are leading the pack here. So this should be Matt Shuey in lane 5, leading everybody so far.
Yep, Sam Beer in a close second.
I mean, these turns are just so important, and just executing it correctly, getting your feet on the wall, and getting a good push off, just save you a little bit of energy and ride that momentum off pushing off the wall, Chase.
Yeah.
So our swimmers are into lap 5 now of the 500-meter freestyle. Okay, so our swimmers are now, for the most part, getting into lap 7. And it's still Matt Shuey with a sizable lead at this point.
Also a cross-country runner, in case you were wondering.
Good.
As was Sam Beer, actually.
Glad you got the insight here on
Yes.
cross-country and track track athletes. Transitioning to swim here in the fall 2 season.
If I miss anybody, I apologize.
Okay, our swimmers are now in lap 9, and our leaders are actually getting into lap 11. You can definitely see the pace starting to slow down now. Again, 500 yards is a Herculean task.
Yes.
So certainly have my admiration for any swimmer that even completes this event, let alone wins it. Okay, our leaders are now entering lap 13.
Actually, I believe they just entered lap 11.
Okay, I'm seeing our leaders on 13. So.
Yeah, no, they're doing that for when they come back around.
Oh, okay. You sure? Because the leader just went to lap 15.
Okay.
I was guesstimating this is a 25-yard pool, but can't be certain.
Seems about right.
Again, glad to have you with us here on a beautiful Friday afternoon in Sudbury. Ashland, Holliston, boys and girls varsity swimming. But of course, just the clockers here this afternoon in Sudbury. Holliston will get their shot in Milford tomorrow. Josh Abrams and Chase Abrams with you, and happy to have you aboard. Chase and I are trying to figure out where we're going to go for dinner after following the meet, so any suggestions for good places to go between here and Sudbury and back in Ashland, throw it onto the chat. Let me know.
Shuey, it looks like, heading into his final lap. He's got one more straightaway to go.
She had a really nice burst at the end. It reminded me of you and other track stars at that final burst toward the finish line, and he had a really nice final burst there and that at the end of that final lap to hit the wall.
Yeah. I love the final burst. It's like the best. It's a lot of people's favorite part of meets.
Sure.
Sam Beer finishing in second.
Yeah, you have the end in sight and a little extra burst of energy to get to the end, right?
Exactly.
Okay, we're just wrapping up the 500-meter freestyle. So that would complete 7 of the 11 events here this afternoon in Sudbury. Just looking at Emma Chapman finishing her heat. Again, it just congratulations to you for completing this. So looks like she's got another couple runs to go, but
Such a tough race.
yeah. See her teammates cheering her on. Again, just completing 500 yards competitively is worthy of a round of applause.
Of course.
See Coach Ann urging her on as well from the pool deck.
Yeah, walking beside her, that's a good feeling.
Yep. So looking forward to some of these spring sports coming up in April, Chase. And we'll, at least at home, we'll be able to have some spectators.
Yes.
2 spectators per athlete, I believe.
And you're talking about spring and not fall too, correct?
Correct.
Gotcha.
Again, it's going to be a strange mix for spring, right? I think we're going to have football. Is football fall too?
Yes, football is fall too.
So actually, that fall too is going to fall in there as well. I have my understanding, and Stephen Marks, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but football, outdoor sport, will be allowed home outdoor spectators, no visitors, just home spectators, 2 spectators per athlete. It's just a strange feeling to have football happening and then baseball back to back like that.
Yes.
At the high school level, of course.
That's true.
Okay, so that looks like our event 7, the 500-yard freestyle swimmers are clearing the pool at the shallow end. We're going to move over now to event number 8, the 200-yard free relay.
Yes. In lane 2, Lindsay Fuelhart, Elise Reap, and then the Chapman twins, Wiley and Emma. Lane 3, Brooke Belanger, Sophia Kriegsman, Olivia Belanger, and Hannah Alves. In lane 5, Alex Gu, Peter Lukashev, Josh Zayak, and Matt Shuey. And then in lane 7, Dhruv Chu, Serge, Matt Ducharme, and Nat Noel.
Okay, the whistle is up. The first round of swimmers are up on their blocks. And there they go.
Wait, is that the second swimmer girl box? Right?
And of course for the 200-yard, for the 200-yard freestyle relay, everyone will do 1 down and back and then switch it off. It's 200 as a whole.
Okay, so we're starting to see the second set of swimmers on the blocks.
Such a hard transition in swimming for the guy diving in, not wanting to hit the guy who's actually right below him.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not.
Girl.
You got to be careful. You got to make sure you don't jump off those blocks too early. You got to make sure that your teammate touches the wall before you launch. So in lane 5, it looks like that was Peter taking his spot there in this part of the relay. Okay, over in lane 3 now, it looks like that's Sophia diving in.
I actually think that's Josh Zayak. I think Peter Lukashev is actually finishing up right now
Oh, okay,
already.
okay.
Yeah. I saw him jump in, because Alex had the white cap.
Okay, I'm looking over at lane 2 now, and this should be Elise Reap entering the pool. So as you watch the swimmers making their moves back and forth across the pool, just let you know about a couple of upcoming sports broadcasts here on WACA-TV. The girls varsity volleyball team will be playing Hopkinton next Tuesday, the 16th. And then they'll be back at it against Holliston on Tuesday, the 23rd. Again, all this right here on WACA-TV. And they'll wrap up their broadcast schedule with a game against Medfield on April 6th. All those games at 5:30 Eastern here on WACA-TV, whether you're watching live on Facebook or on our YouTube channel. Okay, so it looks like we have completed event number 8, the 200-yard free relay. We'll move on now to the event number 9, the 100-yard backstroke. So we should have in lane 2, Wiley Chapman, lane 3, Brooke Boulanger, lane 4, Ellie McSweeney, lane 5 is Sam Beer, lane 6, Josh Landry, and lane 6, Peter Lukashev.
Lane 7, yeah.
7, excuse me. So our final event without a swimmer in lane 8. Okay, 100-yard backstroke underway.
You said this was the final event without using lane 8?
Correct.
All right. Just going to move anything that shouldn't get wet out of the way.
Mm-hmm. So, and I do appreciate a couple of the suggestions coming in on YouTube for dinner tonight. I see Lynn telling us about Gianni's Pizza and Deborah, Best Chinese. So we'll definitely check out those options following today's broadcast. And again, it looks like our strongest swimmers in the middle lanes. Lane 5, Sam Beer. Looks like he has the lead here in this heat so far. So important in this stroke to keep those arms straight.
Yeah.
Again, all aerodynamics and anything you can do to pick up fractions of a second here in these competitions as this heat wraps up.
All right, we're coming up on what might be our most filled pool so far, with every lane except lane 1 being filled. Abby Silberswag in lane 2, Olivia Belanger in lane 3, Sophia Kriegsman in lane 4, August Petlin in lane 5, Matt Ducharme in lane 6, Serge in lane 7, and Aditya Kansal in lane 8.
Okay, and I just got a nice message there from Nathan Gelfan's dad, Rich. Appreciate you joining the broadcast and appreciate the compliment. Glad to have you with us and hope you're enjoying the show, all of you. So those of you who are big Ashland sports fans, sports supporters, in case you missed last night's volleyball match, girls volleyball team swept Westwood 3-0. Really impressive showing, and again, encourage you to catch some of our broadcasts coming up in the next few weeks. They are a fun team to watch. So here we go, ready for the event number 10. 100-yard breaststroke coming up here. Swimmers on their blocks. I'd be curious if they practice, going off with the buzzer. It's so hard. You're just all that adrenaline. You're up there and you're just anticipating, and again, trying to cut off any fraction of a second, anything to get that edge. But if you go off early, of course, right, disqualified, a penalty.
Yeah. It's like going off with a gun.
Yep.
So unnerving.
So it looks like that's Algis Petlin in lane 5 leading the pack here so far. He's setting up a really nice pace so far.
Yep. I will say, Aditya Kansal in lane 8, I did expect to be splashed, but he had a very nice dive in that really limited the amount of splash.
Now, if I remember, Chase, over winter break, over February school vacation, you were helping Aditya with an Eagle Scout project. Is that right?
Yeah, we were helping paint the Warren School. It was a great experience, and I really enjoyed it.
Okay, that's a great community service project. We certainly appreciated Warren School can always use a little touch-up.
Yep.
I'm really happy with the quality of education you received at the Warren School. No offense to the building or to the faculty over there, but just a great Eagle Scout project there, as well as the other ones we've seen in the community. Whether building bridges over creeks, town forest, it's always very much appreciated. So that 100-yard brushstroke just wrapping up as Abby Silverswig in lane 2 touches the wall. Okay, and those swimmers have been cleared to head down to the shallow end and exit the pool. And that'll bring us to our final event of the afternoon, event number 11, the 400-yard free relay.
Yep, in lane 2, Emma Chapman, Abby Silverswag, Allison Swartz, and Wiley Chapman. In lane 4, Abby Pexey, Hannah Alves, Brooke Belanger, and Ellie McSweeney. In lane 6, Alex Gu, Josh Landry, Nathan Gelfand, and Matt Shuey. And in lane 8, Mahalis Druvku, Sam Beer, and Algus Petlin.
Oh, just saw a nice note here on the feed. I'd like to welcome Beverly Ramsey, watching her grandson Josh. She's tuning in from California. So I know during basketball season we had viewers from Ontario, so we went international on basketball. But good to see some cross-country viewership here this afternoon. Ashland Holliston, boys and girls varsity swimming. We are equal opportunity broadcast. Join us from any state in the union, any country in the world. Happy to have you aboard. Okay, swimmers are on their block. We have a swimmer who's on the wrong lane. Alex is going to move over to lane 6. So again, the 400-yard free relay is going to start with Emma Chapman in lane 2, Abby Pexey in lane 4, Alex Gu in lane 6, and Mahalis Kudavos in lane 8. And there they go, and there's the splash. I think next time we do one of these swim meets, Chase, we're going to have to bring towels.
I might just wear a bathing suit.
Okay, swimmers are, the ones in the lead are making their turn and heading into lap 2.
Alex Gu and Abby Pexey.
Okay, so coming up now, about to approach the blocks for the second part of the relay, Abby Silverswig in lane 2, Hannah Alves in lane 4, Josh Landry in lane 6, and Drove Chug in lane 8. So as we watch the swimmers, again, shout out to Deborah Lotus Blossom. Good recommendation. We appreciate. Chase and I on the way down have been talking about getting poke bowls tonight, but couldn't find a specific poke bowl restaurant that specializes in them between here in Sudbury and back in Ashland. So again, appreciate the recommendation. Okay, it looks like we're getting into the third round now on the relay. So we'll have Allison Swartz in lane 2, Brooke Bullinger in lane 4, Nathan Gelfand in lane 6, and Sam Beer in lane 8. So we're just stepping over some water here at the broadcast table. Which is, I'm watching Nathan Gelfand there in lane 6, and he just looks so smooth and powerful right now with that stroke. He's doing a great job. And all the swimmers today, I don't want to slight anybody. We're really enjoying this. It's great to be out here and great to have sports happening here in this COVID season. So,
yeah, one of the nice benefits of having just Ashland is that you get to focus on just Ashland. And I feel like, it's nice.
So again, certainly miss having spectators here in the indoor pool area here on the pool deck, but glad to have you with us here on WACA. Okay, as we get into the final round now of the 400-yard free relay, we'll have Wiley Chapman in lane 2, Ellie McSweeney in lane 4, Matt Shuey in lane 6, and Algis Petlin in lane 8. Okay, and as we wrap up today's final event, the 400-yard free relay, just to let folks know, our next scheduled swim meet broadcast here on WACA-TV, you'll have Chase and myself with you, 6:30 on Friday, April 9th, right here on WACA-TV. That's a 6:30 Eastern Time start.
Yep. We see Ellie McSweeney wrapping it up for Ashland today. Really strong way to wrap it up.
Yes. By the way, that's 6:30 East, 3:30 Pacific.
Yes.
Here on WACA-TV. Want to make sure we cover all of our time zones. So, folks, again, sorry we don't have times to share with you for all these great swimmers, all these great efforts here this afternoon. Just the way things are working here in a COVID era, we'll work on trying to figure out a better process for that in our next broadcast. But I'm sure your swimmers will be sharing their times with you when they get home tonight. We'll go from there. So, again, we'll have to wait for Holliston to take their turn tomorrow at the pool in Milford to see how these swimmers matched up against their opponents.
All right, and that'll wrap it up for here for Ashland today.
Okay, so as we watch our final swimmers of the afternoon make their way down to the shallow end, we'll wrap it up here from poolside here in Sudbury.